All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to another great episode on your favorite political talk show, The Truth, with Ben Jokes. One that shall never end. The Inspector General of Police, Egbetokun, has come out to issue a shocking statement. He said, the Nigerian justice system is weak, sick, and needs help. And Nigerians replied him massively. They said it is up to him and his fraudulent colleagues in the executives and in the judiciary to search their consciences in the regard of the statement that he has made. It is not for him to come and be telling us, go and fix yourselves. It has nothing to do with the people. As we speak, no single sector is working in a country of over 200 million people. Niger State General Hospital is facing the same situation that the University of Ibadan Teaching Hospital faced last month. That is the update making the rounds now. 3 straight days of blackout as a result of unpaid electricity bills, and patients, including newborn babies and patients in emergency, have started dying. Hospitals are receiving outrageous light bills. University of Ibadan Teaching Hospital was billed 89 million naira in 1 month. It was when their bill moved to 89 million naira that they could no longer pay and they got disconnected. Now, a similar thing is happening in the Niger State General Hospital. Tinubu said he was going to subsidize for hospitals and health centers, that they were going to receive 50% subsidies on their bills. But as we speak, even a dime has not been given to any hospital. What a shame. And then how do you disconnect a hospital, for God's sake? We have all these issues plus insecurity going on in this country, but what the APC and the police are concerned about is Dele Farotimi. Hours ago, news of twin bomb explosions broke out. This is the second and third explosion in 3 days, and it seems like the same method that Tinubu connived with Buhari to use against Jonathan government is about to be used against Tinubu. And just as Nigerians were yet reacting to that, an update on the Dele Farotimi saga began making the rounds. The Nigerian police, after another disgraceful move, confirms itself as the worst police force in the world. This is like a fresh episode between Dele Farotimi and the Nigerian police. Before I show you details of that update and how Nigerians reacted, let me quickly show you these updates.
Nigerians on social media have continued to use the hashtag #FreeDeleFarotimi to demand for the immediate release of human rights advocate Dele Farotimi. The arrest of the activist over alleged defamation has also sparked public interest in Farotimi's book, Nigeria and its Criminal Justice System, which has now become an Amazon bestseller, ranked #1 in elections and 555 among all books on the platform. The publication has also topped categories in general elections, political process, and political commentary with a 4.9-star customer rating. The book, which was published on July 2nd, explores how affluent Nigerians allegedly exploit the country's judicial system for personal gain. Well, hours after the Ekiti State Magistrate Court remanded Farotimi in prison, Roving Heights, a popular bookstore, reported its website had crashed due to unusual traffic and a spike in the demand for the book. I mean, I did go to Amazon.com and I did see bestseller. I also went to Roving Heights. I was also, I'm actually curious. And this is what this case has done now. It has now, ignited the conscience of a lot of Nigerians. They want to know what this book is all about. I mean, what are we saying here? Rufai, this story is huge. So many reactions have trailed the story. And, we've discussed at length about what has been going on. So I want to read some reactions from Nigerians. And, yesterday, Afa Babalola broke his silence on Farotimi's detention. And here is a tweet. He said that the book contained several defamatory statements that questioned his integrity and accused his law firm of unethical practices, including corrupting the judiciary. In response to that, Winston wrote, "It is not your place to say what is defamatory to you. It is the court's duty. You can't call it defamation simply because it hurts you. What if it's true Dele has asked you to challenge him in court. Why not do so rather than kidnap him and hold him hostage with the police? Damilare wrote, of course, we know the content of the book. The question is if the content could be challenged and proven wrong. Dele Farotimi already said it in an interview with Sheun that he is standing by everything he wrote in the book. Let this be challenged in the court of law.
A lot of people try to spin narrative. Anyway, Dele has said a lot of people will try to spin this narrative. So we're not surprised that we're seeing them. They are really beginning to come out now.
Yeah.
Nobody is saying Ààrẹ Babalola should not, if he feels the fame, should not go about fighting for his rights.
And that is his right.
But the way they have gone about it has made what he's doing wrong. This same Ààrẹ Babalola wrote many articles condemning the use of police to intimidate people in fight for defamation cases.
We have seen those
articles are beginning to pop up.
Yes, we have seen them.
So if Ààrẹ Babalola has just gone to court and say, okay, court, take your action, that's just it. But this use of police and everything.
You heard that. The same senior advocate of Nigeria, Afe Babalola, who wrote articles condemning the use of police to bully the accused in cases of alleged defamation, went ahead to carry out about the worst bullying in our history. Took police from Ekiti State to go and carry out arrest in Lagos State on a case of alleged defamation. And that alone confirms what Dele Farotimi wrote in that book. And of course, the book keeps breaking new grounds globally, and the rot of the Nigerian system is being further heralded to the world. Next update here is quite a scary and confusing one. Bandits attacked the Niger State governor, Governor Bago, and for reasons that we can't understand, the governor wants that information kept secret to the point that he is punishing the journalists that disclosed the attack. Look at how the papers reported it. How Niger Governor Bago ordered DSS to arrest journalists for reporting bandits' attack on his convoy. Reporters. Mustapha Bina, a Niger State-based journalist working with People's Daily newspaper, was picked and detained by the Department of State Services following his report on an alleged bandit attack on the motorcade of Governor Umaru Bago during his project tour to Mashegu local government area. The incident reportedly occurred on Tuesday when Governor Bago and his team were returning from the Egede community in Zone 6 after assessing projects executed under his administration. According to the report, the attackers allegedly opened fire, prompting swift retaliation by the governor's well-armed security team. Several bandits were neutralized while others fled into the bush after being overpowered, a source claimed in the report. According to the report, some vehicles in the convoy, including a Hilux and bulletproof vehicle of the counter-terrorism unit, were reportedly damaged. Daily Nigerian gathered that after the report was aired on the Minna-based radio station Prestige FM, where Bina freelances, the operatives of the State Security Service SSS arrested and detained the reporter, allegedly on the orders of the governor. An insider source who spoke on the condition of anonymity said it took the intervention of the state NUJ chairman Abu Umodu and other stakeholders who prevailed on the governor before the journalist was granted bail. Mr. Bynum was invited to the SSS office in Minna for questioning over the report aired on Prestige FM about the bandit attack on the governor's convoy. The governor really felt embarrassed that the issue was out. He, Bynum, was there for hours. It took severe pleas from the state NUG and other stakeholders before the journalist was granted bail. They told him the arrest of the journalist would further escalate the matter, the source said. Why would a whole governor, bandits attacked your convoy? You said they should keep it secret because you escaped this one. What if they attack you next time and they succeed in taking you down? I don't understand what is happening in northern Nigeria. What is really going on here? Even if you are the one sponsoring these guys to the point that you had a gun battle with them and you are still saying they should keep it secret, This is why some people are just saying they should just divide this country so that everybody will rest. I think they should just divide this country. Period. Now, let us look at those updates that have become the major talking points in the Nigerian political media space. First is that twin explosion coming out of Zamfara. This is the second and third explosions in just 3 days. And it looks like the game that Tinubu and Buhari connived to play against the Jonathan administration is what is going to play back now on Tinubu. And next is that update talking about the fresh episode between Dele Farotimi and the Nigerian police. Let's start by taking the updates regarding that explosion. Look at how the papers reported it. Twin bomb explosions rock Zamfara state days after similar incident. Reporters. Days after bombs went off in Zamfara state, killing commuters and injuring many others, not less than 2 explosive devices went off at separate locations in the Dan Sadao district of Maru local government area of the state. The separate bombs exploded on the road between Dan Sadao and Malamawa and another Malele road, all in Dan Sadao district. According to Premium Times, a resident identified as Nuhu Babangida said passengers in a Canter truck going to Dan Sadao weekly market on Friday escaped death after the truck loaded with grains ignited the bomb. The development on the bomb is the third time an explosive device would be planted along Dan Sadao Road within a week. Earlier on Wednesday, 12 persons were feared dead after an explosive blew off a bridge at Yartasha village. On Sunday also, another device suspected to be planted by bandits exploded with an 18-seater bus, killing the driver who was the sole occupant. Reporters earlier reported that the State Police Command confirmed that the newly formed terrorist group Lakurawa was behind the recent explosions that rocked 2 villages in Dan Sadao district, Maru local government area of the state. This was confirmed by the Commissioner of Police, Mohammed Shehu Dalijan, during an interview with the press. This is the level that Nigeria has reached now. The new terrorist group Lakurawa, they have now gone from abducting people to planting explosives. So people are no longer safe. You can just be driving and boom, you are gone with your family. Boom, you are gone with the passengers. This is the level that APC has brought this country to. But all they are worried about is Dele Farotimi. And that takes me to the next update. After another very disgraceful move, the Nigerian police has once again confirmed itself as the worst police force in the entire universe. Many stakeholders are working towards securing bail for lawyer and human rights activist Dele Farotimi. Now, in order to complicate the matter, the Nigerian police, who is neither an accused or plaintiff in this matter, have filed 13 fresh charges against Dele Farotimi, all just to make sure that the man does not get bailed. Look at how the papers reported it. Just in, police filed 13 fresh charges against Dele Farotimi for exposing Afe Babalola's sinister plot in YouTube press conference. The police on Friday slammed fresh counts of criminal defamation against activist Dele Farotimi, accusing him of holding a press conference online in which he detailed a budding plot to arrest him. Filings seen by Gazette said the police said the December 2, 2024 press briefing on YouTube constituted an attempt to bully and defame Afe Babalola, a non-Nigerian lawyer on whose behest Mr. Farotimi was arrested on Tuesday and remanded in prison following an initial arrangement Wednesday. The charges marked the latest escalation in an already fraught case that has fueled division within legal circles across the country and appear to show Mr. Babalola was unwilling to backpedal on a turn that many saw as potentially damaging to his legacy, especially for its brazen assault on free speech. Mr. Farotimi had used the press conference to detail how Mr. Babalola was coming after him over his book that hit stores in July 2024, in which he narrated how Mr. Babalola, a senior lawyer of immense political and business influence, perfected the art of judicial banditry that spanned decades. Mr. Babalola denied all allegations of bribing judges to procure favorable judgments, as well as all charges of corruption against his person or establishments. But his decision to involve the police, who have a history of being used by the powerful against every citizen, often after financial or material inducement, was what elicited the most scorn from Nigerians, who saw the 95-year-old's action as barbaric and promptly intensified pressure at home and abroad to get him to back down on his pursuit of Mr. Farotimi. On Friday, Gazette received court documents from the police in which they leveled 13 fresh charges against Mr. Farotimi, accusing him, among others, of disparaging Mr. Babalola during an appearance on a podcast by journalist Seun Okinbaloye and on his own YouTube channel. You heard that. On the 11th of November 2017, international bodies, after detailed global assessment, named the Nigerian police force the worst in the world. And without any delay, they have demonstrated that in this case of Dele Farotimi, that is already on the global stage. This is what these guys are doing to this country, destroying the fabric of it. So it is one man against the system, Dele Farotimi against the entire system. And for me, Dele has already won this battle. What we are just going to be seeing from here are different dimensions of his victory. Because whatever they pronounce at the end of this case, Dele Farotimi is already a light that shines brighter than Afe Babalola, Tinubu, and their entire evil APC camp. While they will be remembered as villains and evil men who sought to their country's downfall, Dele Farotimi will go down in history as one voice of truth that was not silenceable. And look at how Nigerians reacted. Let's take some of the tweet reactions. Mega Mixer here says, Dele Farotimi is one voice that cannot be silenced. It is funny how the Nigerian police are so interested in a purported defamation case that they have filed 13 fresh charges against Dele Farotimi. The script is playing out as foretold, with no pretense at all. Hashtag free Dele Farotimi now. Hashtag release Dele Farotimi. And Life Issues here says, take him to court and let him have his way. There must be justice, and not only for the aggrieved, there must also be justice for the accused. And Ben Samuel says, it now seems like the police and justice systems are against Dele Farotimi, the true victim of Nigeria. Dele truly is a prophet who sees the future. And Ola responded, he said, not just Dele, but against Nigerians. The police and the justice system are totally against Nigerians. What these guys are doing, these guys in the political class, is that they have captured the systems, using it against them, using it for themselves, their families, their friends. The resources and everything, they will just be exploiting it, and they will continue recruiting their children into the same system to continue to dominate. That's why Tinubu is trying to make his son the governor of Lagos. El Rufai has brought his son into politics, and so they are bringing their children one after the other. And Safety here says, why the police? Was police also defamed? I wonder. Oh, they are pressing charges. And Kendo here says, if they like, let them file 1 million charges. We don't care. APC has already turned the entire country against them. The Igbos, Hausa Fulanis, Ijaws, Yorubas, Muslims, Christians, Nigerian youths are united against T-Pain-led APC government. They better be. They better be, because this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning of hardship. This is just the beginning of insecurity. This is just the beginning of unemployment, of poverty and squalor under this Tinubu regime. This is their plan. It is only a fool that will be waiting for things to get better. They don't have any plan to make anything get better. The United Nations has foretold. They have told them beforehand that 33 million Nigerians, their lives are going to be at stake like this because of the kind of hunger they will face. They said they are going to be at the risk of losing their lives in 2025. And it won't be because of insecurity. It won't be because of any other. It will just be because of hunger. They told this to a government, and we are not seeing massive agricultural revolution everywhere. We are not seeing, clear evidence of them ready to turn things around. What we are seeing are people gathering in Kwara State to hold conference on open defecation. What we are saying is saying that let them buy equipment to monitor earthquake in Nigeria. Those are the things they are spending billions on. What a shame. A country that has so much having to go through all this. But this is the APC. I'm not surprised. They have come to steal, to kill, and to destroy. And that is why I keep encouraging Nigerians that to have a country, to still have a country at all, in the near future, we must cast aside our sentiments, come together, and kick the APC out of power. But until then, make I still enter town. Make I go get some ogbonge political news. Where una go like? Why? Because of una. Now I dey here, so don't go away. Don't go.